Hi everyone, welcome to another fabulous episode of Pay It Forward. This is the second episode in the mental health awareness series that we are doing on Pay It Forward. Our very first episode of this series was about understanding happiness with our happiness coach Kajal Kapoor, and if you have not watched that video, I'm going to link it right here. Please take out some time from your day and watch it. I am 100% sure that you will come out with a lot of insights and a lot of knowledge about how we can create happiness for ourselves rather than chasing it. Now, before we get into today's video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you are notified whenever new videos are uploaded. The star of today's video is someone I have recently come into contact with. Rounak Gajjar is a holistic wellness, meditation and mindfulness coach. He has worked in the industry for more than 10 years and is a licensed yoga trainer and meditation trainer. And his venture 𝑬𝒎𝒂𝒊𝒍 is focused on helping individuals with anxiety. He also conducts mindful meditation sessions and spiritual business coaching for CEOs, businessmen and entrepreneurs. Chalo, let's get to know Rounak a little bit and go on this beautiful wellness yatra with him. Hi Rounak, welcome to Pay It Forward. Thank you so much for agreeing to come to my channel and talk about your work in wellness.
Thank you so much, Monica. It is amazing. What you're doing here on the platform is really amazing. So glad to be a part of it. Yes.
Thank you. Alright, so I have a set of questions for you. We'll talk about mental health, we'll talk about your venture, Wellness Yatra. But before that, let us get to know you a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Rounak?
Right. That's a very, very strong question, right, Monica? We all trying to figure out who we are. But if I put it in the terms, I call myself as a humanoid. So I'm half human and half alien, right? That's how it is. And Rounak, professionally, I would say, and personally, I am very fond of meditation, various kinds of meditations, and I get very fascinated with India being the mystical land of the spiritual holy place, right? So I keep on reading, studying, gaining knowledge, sharing it with my clients. So yeah, Rounak, just a coach who's guiding people that they should start their journey into spirituality or mental health to begin with, because spirituality will come later. First is the meditation, the mindset, then the spirituality.
Okay, so I read about you before our session. I read about you and I read it somewhere that you used to be a software engineer and now you are a wellness coach. So what incited this switch from IT to wellness?
I started as a commerce graduate person who did a lot of software certifications so I can get into software technical support. Because during that time, I'm sure like the year is before 2011.
Okay.
So I joined into yoga, mental health in 2011. And before that, I was into IT. IT was great, paying a lot of money, and you know how it is. But the corporate culture, the attitude of people, and how the corporate politics plays on your mental health, physical health, and overall, I was not happy. So within 4 years of IT, I quit. And what triggered wellness was my parents moved into a spiritual ashram when I turned 18. So it is almost like it's in DNA. But everyone has their own journey. So my parents said that no, they want to live a spiritual life, and they moved to a spiritual ashram when I turned 18. And when I turned 21, that's in 2011, is when I realized that I'm making money. I visited them and they are very happy and I'm not happy. I'm making good money, I'm not happy. So I was like, it's something is not right. That means, right? Money is not the goal. Then I started venturing out that what can I do which makes me happy, satisfied, content, and my students or my clients happy too. So giving them physical health is what I opted for. So I started as a yoga trainer in the first 2 years, and eventually I understood that the body weight issue. So I was fixing and giving weight loss up to 10 kgs in 3 months,
Oh, wow.
And knee pain release or back pain release, all the physical ailments as a yoga therapist. Then I realized all these pains are not physical only. It's a lot to do with mental health.
Right.
Somehow, I don't know, you can call it an intuition, you can call it a research and intuition, that it's mental health which needs to be fixed. So I moved into breathing, the pranayam expert and a meditation expert. I kept on learning years after years, and yeah, it's been 13 years now. This year is the 13th year.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I really relate to, what you said about the corporate culture and the kind of stressors that there are in the workspace, because even I used to feel that, and everybody used to tell me, "Are you normal hai? Like, this is what work culture is. You are going to face this no matter where you go." And I was like, dude, I can't handle this. What is over here?
Correct.
It is too much, and people don't realize that on a daily basis we are going through that much of stress and that much of anxiety. It's too much.
Correct. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, so now that we know what incited your switch to wellness, I want to ask you, what does wellness mean to you? What does it mean to you?
So wellness has 4 pillars. Yep. Okay. Now these 4 pillars are, you can say, first is you have to start with the physical. Anyone in India or anywhere in the world, to be honest, like this is the research, right? If they want to get into fitness, which is like a wellness fitness, then they start with a gym.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And they give up in the first 3 months only. They buy the 1 year package, and the first 3 months they're done. Either it's the trainer, either it's the environment, or they don't have the accountability partner, or they don't have motivation, or whatever. Right? So wellness is physical wellness. First, you do gymming, yoga, or whatever makes you happy or fit physically. Then comes the emotional wellness. Now, emotional wellness will be, I come from a land of India, which I already discussed, right? That it's a mystical, spiritual land. So pranayam or breathing exercises and so-called modern breath work, what it's called, but it is nothing but the pranayam, right? Yeah. So pranayam, meditation, and various kriyas taught by our yogis, kriya yogis, you can say. So emotional wellness, so physical, then the emotional wellness. Then comes to the financial wellness, because if you're physically fit and emotionally fit, you will make money and you will invest. I hope you invest it wisely, because that's also, financial wellness is also very, very essential. So if you're on a job, you work like this, you expect a 10%, 5%, 15%, maybe 15% growth every year financially. That's not happening. 15% bolke, they give you 5%, to be honest. But financial wellness. So how you're spending, how you're earning, what is the overall dynamics there? And then last comes the spiritual wellness. Now, why last? Because if all your first 3 goals of wellness are met, then you come into the spiritual ladder or the bucket.
Right.
If you're not physically fit, what you will read Gita? No, you will not read any spiritual books. What you will do gymming, because you have aches and pains. No, if you're physically fit, you're emotionally unfit, you're lazing, you're procrastinating for months. And I saw that you are an author. So people wasted their COVID time. Right. You made a book out of it and you became an author. So 80% of the people have procrastinated. If I generalize this, or maybe 50%. Have procrastinated. So mentally unfit, physically fit doesn't help. And then if you are physically and mentally fit and financially unfit, you say that, oh, I don't have money to buy that course. Oh, I don't have money to write a book or get a publisher. These kind of objections. So yeah, wellness have 4 pillars, all these pillars which I've named.
It's really amazing, because each one of these pillars is like, if something is wrong in any of these, you are going to be like really mad over here. mad, not in the
Correct.
sense of like that, but you are going
Yes.
to be very stressed and anxious
Correct.
if any of these things are not working right for you. That's so
Correct.
true. But it's very difficult. Like, as generally
Mhm.
speaking, it's very difficult for people to have all four of these,
Correct.
in sync or in harmony with each other and with
Right.
themselves. So, what
Right.
would you say that what is the thing that is prohibiting us from achieving this kind of harmony?
The first thing is you have to point the fingers here.
Right, right.
It's always you. It's never outside. One.
It's
Mm,
not that person. That
It's
person.
not. It's there. It's not the gym trainer. It's not my gym is 5 kilometers away. It is not my best friend is not with me, so I can't have a gym buddy or a yoga buddy or swimming partner or whatever you tell it.
Right.
Or I don't have a mental health coach. Or I don't know how to do this. I don't trust this. It's you first. First,
Okay.
it's you. Now, second is you के बाद आता है you work with making an assessment, a self-assessment. You can Google it. Nowadays, AI tools are there. Nowadays, a lot of websites have quizzes. Gather all the questions. Physically fitness. What is there? 10 questions in physical fitness. What are 10 questions in mental fitness, financial fitness, and spiritual fitness?
Right.
You assess yourself. Where are you falling? Now you will again. Now there is a what do you say? There is a catch. You will never be in 100% harmony.
Of course. Yes.
That
Yes.
is life. You have to accept it. You had 50% increment in job. You come back
Right.
home. Your husband is not happy. Your wife is not happy. She may have, had a bad day with the maid. Boof. Emotional wellness gone in zero. Happens, right? Happens. Or vice versa. Or physically, maybe something has happened. Something is paining or stomach is not fine or whatever. So, you will never be in 100% harmony, but your goal is to reach at least 70-80% harmony in all of these aspects.
Right.
How do you do it? You first do the first point out. There is no one outside causing it. Self-awareness. That the word is self-awareness and
Right.
acknowledging that I am the problem. Then second is assessment using internet. As someone might be watching, this is gold actually. What we are talking is gold.
Yes.
Right? But many people won't realize this because they would always want someone dancing on a 1-minute reel and swipe. That's
Yes.
called the instant dopamine hit. Like it's a
Yes.
drug.
Oh my God.
It's a
yes.
drug.
Yes.
So you will have to build that patience to assess yourself in these 4 aspects of the wellness and then figure out, can I find a financial coach if you can afford it?
Right.
Can I find a wellness coach or mental wellness? If you can't afford it, no problem. Still, internet is free. I pay
Right.
hardly like 1,000 or 1,200 rupees for the fiber optic internet, which is giving amazing speed, right? So you get a internet and you follow those 5 influencers and watch their lengthy videos. Don't watch 1-minute video. You can start with 1-minute video, but then go into a hour based content and write down what are the tips and techniques they are giving, which I can do today to improve my procrastination. So I'm following a guy who's very famous already. I don't need to make him famous, but he is Dr. Andrew Huberman, and he talks about neuroscience.
Right.
So most of the mental health, you can say, challenges, up to 99% he's solved, and his one video on YouTube is more than an hour.
Okay.
He has almost 3 million subscribers. So I know for mental health, if I want doctor's opinion or a neuroscientist opinion, I'll go to him. Nowhere
Right.
else.
Right.
Done.
Right.
I want spiritual content, I'll go to spiritual stories, I'll go to Gaur Gopal Das.
Okay. Yes.
So you sort your influences out rather than randomly, today I like Rounak, tomorrow I like Hrithik Roshan, day after I like this one. You are getting just 2 minutes, 10 seconds or 3 seconds dopamine, and then you're getting addicted to this short form content and your
Right.
focus is gone. Then you complain productivity is gone. Rabbit hole. Monica, rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole. Oh my God. I remember like a few months ago, I remember the exact moment I realized how much time I was spending doing this on shorts and on reels. I spent almost 4 hours. 4 hours doing that, and it just hit me that you have lost 4 hours in this day. And you have not done anything except to do this. You have not gained any new knowledge. You have not upskilled. You have done nothing in these 4 hours. Oh God.
Absolutely.
Thoughts and dreams are like, no wonder they are called viral, right? They are viral.
Absolutely. That's what these are crazy stuff which people don't realize it till they watch their watch time. Even I have gone through the same. But then when I curb down my watch time from 4 hours, nowadays smartphones have that, right? They check the digital timing, how much screen time. From 4 hours to under 20 minutes on Instagram, 20 minutes on Facebook. So now I know that I'm only doing work-related stuff and my maximum time is going on YouTube.
Right.
Which I'm doing only productive work. Otherwise, I'm not taking notes. So nothing on internet. But
That's
it takes a lot of realization.
Oh, tell me about it. It has been like, constant epiphanies one after the other. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you have to constantly keep asking yourself, what are you doing? Alright, so now that we have talked about wellness and all the 4 pillars, I want to ask you about your wellness yatra and tell us about the kind of services that you offer and how people can get in touch with you.
Wellness Yatra is a venture where we offer mental health services, including so the specialization goes in reversing anxiety, panic attack, insomnia, and apart from mental health services, because we come from a holistic background, I am coming from a holistic background and I've learned 20 types of healing modalities, including NLP, hypnotherapy, shamanism, sound healing, chakra healing. So I help also in manifesting. So currently, you can say last 10 female clients who have come to me to manifest their life partner. So they want to manifest the right life partner and I help them how to step by step work on manifesting the life partner. The last 10 male clients I've got, half of them are CEOs, CXOs, and they ask me, how do I, sleep better? How do I reduce stress, anxiety? I'm taking some or the other medication. So we use all the holistic tools and reverse that in 3 months time. Now, if you, from 1 to 10, if you're at 10 being high, 1 being low, you're at 9, 10, you will come down at 4, 3, 2, and eventually at 1 and 0. So that's how we help them to reduce that. And there's a complete hand holding. I also do astrology reading because some people believe that, I'm doing everything right. I'm taking care of my mental health, physical health, everything. So I say there may be some planet which is not in your favor. So let's start with meditation induced and work with healing that planet. So not wearing, I don't wear any rings, just this silver ring. But I don't say that, wear this, buy this from me, buy that. Work with the planet, work on your meditation, work on your chakras, things will align. So we bring people in alignment. That's about Wellness Yatra. It's been almost 10 years now. 10 years plus it's been operating. Thank you.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes.
And I would say that, you are doing a lot of stuff with a lot of people and working on so many diverse issues that people face. That's amazing. Give me an example of a success story.
Right. So one of the client who came through a reference and she's like, she was a mother of maybe a 2 or 3 year old baby. And she is a working IT professional and she was working from home. And she had done her CT scan. She had went to many doctors and doctors, anytime she had a panic attack, she didn't understand it. The husband and she rushed to hospitals. She used to get maybe 4 or 5 panic attacks in a month. And then eventually it increased to 3 or 4 in a week.
Oh my God, okay.
And she was thinking that she's going crazy because doctors couldn't find it, neurosurgeons couldn't find it, CT scan, and doctor said, okay, a little bit of anxiety, take this medication. Now she took some medication and she started having this brain fog, drowsy feeling throughout the day, blah, 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 all the negative effects about and she literally dropped her son to a childcare. So
Oh.
expenses increased,
Barabar.
plus no focus at work, running to hospital every week 2 to 3 times, taking that medication to calm down. She was not happy. She did her program, and within 1.5 months, 4 to 5 or 3 panic attacks in a week came down to 1 panic attack in a week.
Wow.
Then it went to once in a month. Now it's been almost 6 months, 0.
Wow. That's
No
amazing.
medication, nothing. So anxiety, insomnia, this way. So many clients have reversed it. So for her, 1.5 months from getting 4 or 3 panic attack in a week, she went down to 1.
Right, right. That's amazing. That's amazing.
And that was like all the holistic tools, but it is like a breakthrough that a client gets, and that is what makes a coach feel satisfaction, like, oh, now I'm doing. So I know, okay, I want to help 10 million people. Why not? Right? Everyone wants to help, but create impact to one person, like a mother or a woman in the house. Her child is now out of the childcare. She gets all the child gets all the love.
Right.
The husband is happy, the wife is happy, everyone in the family is happy. So, success story.
I would like to just kind of reiterate over here. I think I heard Sadhguru also talking about this, that if we focus upon the mental well-being of the women in the house, every single person, the whole family just uplifts their mental status. If we just focus on the mental well-being of women, that's so important.
Absolutely. That's
So
so
I
true.
want to know, what was the biggest hurdle that you faced during this journey, like when you started or in the middle as well? What was the biggest hurdle, and what is the most rewarding aspect of Wellness Yatra right now after so many years?
Right. So you can say there were a lot of hurdles in the beginning, because first is the relatives, Indian society relatives. You were leaving a prestigious, high-paying IT job to move to become a yoga and a meditation coach.
I know.
Not appreciated. Not appreciated. So that was one. But the first challenge, you can say, is getting trained and telling students that, no, this is what you do. Eventually, after a few years of practice, you know that, okay, last 10 clients, you're getting this, that 11th client, you can say that I've helped 10 clients in this. Do you have this issue? So that was easy. But the first few stages, it was how to tell people that there is a holistic method without medication, without popping pills, without drinking alcohol or taking any kind of drugs and substances, to reverse your mental health or physical health also. Eating right food can simply, like if you eat khichdi 3 times a week, your weight will be dropping to 1 kg in a week easily if you're just doing your regular workout. Explaining this to client in the first few years or first few months was difficult in the beginning journey, and relatives. In the middle, then again, coming from a spiritual background, it's very difficult to do the drama on the social media about, oh no, I can do this and we can change the world, or I'm helping people to sleep better in 3 months. So the publicity stunt or the marketing aspect was where we were lacking. And I have a community of more than 5,000-7,000 yoga trainers and wellness people. They still struggle to promote themselves. So in the beginning, then we realized that, we don't promote ourselves. Right? Even if you're doing good work. But what happens is a Coca-Cola brand or a Bonvita brand who's half sugar, they promote and spend lakhs and crores of rupees hiring big names, and they promote it. So that's where I dropped my own hesitation that just promote. Sell. You're not selling wrong thing.
You're doing the right thing. Yeah.
So that's where. And lastly, now Wellness Yatra has already touched 100,000 students, means we have served so many students group mein, and my videos have touched on YouTube we have touched 1 lakh people have watched the videos and they liked it. So I believe the journey is, how many people more can you serve? How can you be more resourceful for the people on the planet? That's how it is.
Right. Amazing. I understand this completely, because even I quit my so-called white collar job and from pharma, and I faced the entire thing, like family, relatives, everybody, like, and वो तो अलग ही part है. Your own self-worth suffers so much when you have
Absolutely.
associated yourself with this thing that no, if you don't have a job, you are nothing. So when you
Correct.
associated yourself with that, you suffer so much on your own, and उसके ऊपर से relatives, इधर क्या क्या करेंगे.
And Monica, this is very surprising in a country like this, which is number one populated in the world.
Right.
And let's say I don't know the number, but let's say 50 students reach IIM. How many IIM students are successful? Not even 1% properly.
True.
Right? And they are in job with high level of stress, high level of money, high level of stress, and they are not happy. Just the money is coming in. Yes, they are happy with the money, but how many of them are really successful?
Right.
They may have hundreds of stuff. So we are not IIM, and we can choose to release the corporate matrix and move to this, which is so good.
Yeah, true. And I have experienced, like, I can attest to it, that I am the kind of happiness that I have experienced after I quit my job is, something that I had never even imagined that would be possible for me at that point of time when I was working. Like, it has been phenomenal. The change has been phenomenal.
Nice. That's so nice.
So before we wrap up our session for today, I just want to ask you, is there something that you would like to tell people who are watching this? And you can also, just tell them where they can reach you. So if you have any kind of tips or advice to the people who are watching, please.
Right. Thank you, Monica. So first thing foremost, I would say is, anyone who's watching this video till the end, first of all, thank you so much for giving so much of your time. 1. 2 is start writing your gratitude. Even if it feels like you're faking it in the beginning, that's okay. You have something which others don't have. 2, start with your breathing exercises. It's on my YouTube channel. You Google it, you will get a lot of breathing exercise. Alternate nostril breathing is what you can start with, practicing simple. I will not say just do a deep breathing exercise. Alternate nostril breathing, that will help a lot. And then eventually, if you can do some yoga classes, either joining it professionally in a group class or watching it from YouTube and doing slow asanas. So physical, mental fitness is taken care of. Right. That's 2 things. Financial wellness, it's a long topic, so I won't give you any tips right now. Keep researching, keep studying, finding out which are the influencers who are really guiding you correctly. That would help. And I've already given a name, Dr. Andrew Huberman, who helps you, who's a neuroscientist, so that would be great. Read spiritual books, helps a lot to build that spiritual wisdom in you.
Could you give us some examples of the books that we can read?
One of the best would be starting from Gita, would be amazing if you can read that. Yes. Or Ikigai. If you say that I'm a corporate kind of guy, I want to have some, business this kind of. So Ikigai, the Japanese secret to long lasting and happy life. So Ikigai would be a book where all the 4 wellness pillars are mentioned and how can you monetize it and make money out of it. That's the structure of this book. It's not a very spiritual book, but it is a discovery, a self-help book which will help you discover your passion and how you monetize it. So that's the very powerful book.
Right.
And where you can reach me, you can Google my name. If you can't find me there, you can find me on Instagram, Wellness Yatra. Currently, my website is under construction because I'm completely revamping what I teach. So Wellness Yatra on Instagram is there. Definitely not a lot of followers, but you can ask me any questions there. So it's not about following, it's about impacting and helping each one. Thank you.
Absolutely. It is about impacting lives. I have always believed, even if there is just one person that we help achieve happiness or help remove their sorrow, our life, like वो बोलते हैं कि जिंदगी सार्थक हो गई है. तो एक भी इंसान की लाइफ को अगर आप इम्पैक्ट कर सकते हैं, तो प्लीज गो अहेड एंड डू इट, इवन इफ दैट that person is yourself. That's brilliant. Thank you so much,
Definitely.
Rounak. Thank you for giving me your time. You
Thank
have
you.
shed so much light into this
Thank you.
aspect, and I really hope that people will watch this and they will reach out to you for your services. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Monica. Thank you.
I'm back. Okay, so I don't know whether you noticed it or not, but Rounak and Kajal have said the same thing about wellness in their own way. Whenever we are feeling a certain way, the most important step is to understand what is it inside us that is making us feel that way. Rather than pointing the finger at somebody else, we should always try to identify what is it inside us, what is the internal thing that is bothering us. And this is where therapy comes in. Whichever mode of therapy we choose for ourselves, be it yoga, meditation, or a psychotherapist, all of them are basically trying to do the same thing. They are trying to understand what is it inside ourselves, what is happening internally, to make sense of what is happening outside us, and then bring them together to create harmony within us. This is exactly what I went through when I had my therapy sessions. For years on end, I have been pointing the finger at others, they did this, he did that, this is not fair, I don't deserve it. But when my therapy actually started, I started looking at myself. What was it within me that was inhibiting my path? And even though there were a lot of external factors, there was a lot more of internal conflict that was happening, which was kind of just pulling me down. Which is why I keep saying again and again, therapy works. When you decide to work on your wellness, it is the best gift that you can give yourself. Like Rounak said, if you have stuck to this video right up to the end, this is gold. And I am so happy that you are making use of this wealth of information that these people have to share. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to us talk about this very, very important topic. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Until then, love and light to you. Bye bye.